Okay, I took a rack of spare ribs earlier and I cut them down to the St. Louis style. I also removed the membrane on the back. Just something I always do. Some people do, some people don't. I always do. And my ribs turn out just fine. Okay, this video is going to be a couple of product reviews. And a while back, Kirbbq, Eddie over at Kirbbq sent me a bottle of this Kirbbq pork rub. Now I'm here to tell you, it smells absolutely wonderful. I don't know what he has in there, but it's really, really good smelling. Alright, I always take mustard and rub both sides of my ribs, and what that does is basically give the seasoning something to adhere to. The vinegar inside the mustard also helps it penetrate somewhat, and it also aids in the crusting and the putting a bark on a rack of ribs. And today I'm going to be using this El Diablo Habanero. It's a hot and spicy mustard. If you don't know already, I like my food a little on the spicy side. Not always, but a lot of times. This stuff smells really good too. So we're just going to rub that in real good. And while we have it on this side, I'm going to go ahead and apply the rub. Don't want to be too chintzy with this. Go ahead and put a liberal coat on there. Just going to kind of rub that in, pat that in. I tell you what, Eddie, you got something going on with this rub, bro. It smells really good. Alright, I'm going to flip these over and do the same exact thing. Alright, I'm actually going to cook these ribs tomorrow. These need to marinate overnight. It's actually 4:45 in the afternoon, and I'm going to start this cook in the morning, so that's going to be plenty of time to marinate overnight in the refrigerator and let these ribs get happy. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and get our chicken wings. I'm going to separate the chicken wings here, and I'll be back in a few minutes to show you what we're going to do with that with a very special sauce. Some chicken wings along with these ribs today, and I'm going to be doing a product review on this Hoover Sauce. This was given to me last weekend by Joe over at Southern Coastal Cooking, another YouTube channel. I'll be putting a link to his YouTube channel at the bottom in the description box, along with Eddie's over there at Kirbbq.
I'm bringing smoky ribs here, some of this Hoover Sauce. This is some stuff we sell there in Jackson. It's actually made in Louise, Mississippi. By a man who's been making this stuff for years and years. It's a sweet marinade. It goes really good on chicken or fish or barbecue, and I know that he does a lot of smoking on the grill and stuff like that, so I kind of wanted to share this with him, get him to try it out, just give me his take on it, see what he thinks about it.
Alright, man.
There's a little info on, a little story on the guy who makes it and stuff like that. I thought, maybe you just want to get a little background on it.
Can you order this online?
You can order it online. He's got his phone number there. My wife's family has a little shop in Jackson. We're licensed to sell it, but it might be cheaper with the shipping or whatever, just to order it straight from them.
Right, okay. Good deal.
All right.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, no problem.
Nice meeting y'all.
All right.
Nice to meet y'all.
I'll see y'all on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
This Hoover Sauce, he gave me some literature on it, and basically it's made in Louise, Mississippi, right here in this state, and it's become very, very popular. It's wanted and sought out everywhere, and the man that makes this could actually make a fortune if he was to really push it, from what I'm told and from what I've read. And this is, I don't know, I tasted it the other day. It's a sweet and salty. It's just got an unreal flavor, and it goes good on chicken, it goes good on ribs, it goes good on anything. So basically this stuff has been around since the early 80s by a Chinaman. The man is 73 years old. He has been in the United States since 1933, and this stuff is made in a little country store up there in Louise, Mississippi that his dad opened in 1917. So if you want to read the history on this product, I'll also put a link to the same literature that I got right here on it. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just, boy, I hate wasting a whole lot of this. It smells so good, but I don't consider it wasting. These are really going to be good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pour enough in here to marinate these overnight. That should be plenty. Oh yeah, that's plenty right there. Still got half a bottle left. Good deal. Alright, I'm just going to seal this up, put it in the fridge along with the ribs, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hey, and welcome back to Smoky Ribs. Okay, I just got my rack of ribs on. We're going to go ahead and get started with this first. Underneath the ribs, you'll see a pan, and this has apple juice, 100% apple juice. That'll help keep some humidity in here and stop the ribs from drying out. Also got some apple wood that I soaked and got it on the hot coals. We're going to be doing on indirect heat here, as you can see. And I'm going to get this kettle grill up to about 225 degrees. I'm going to put a thermometer in here, that way I can keep a check on it. It's going to take a little while to get it up to heat, so we'll be back. Alright, I'm about 1 hour into this cook. Alright, now what I'm going to do now is something that I've actually learned from a few people. Troy over there at Space Cowboy back at JB Spring Fling, we were talking about this. The Parquet squeezable margarine. And he was telling me how good this was on ribs. And this morning I watched the entry from Alan over there at the Grilling Network on his entry into Greg's Ballistics Barbecues contest. He also used this on a pork shoulder, a Boston butt, and he explained that what this does is help keep the ribs moist, and he referred to this as liquid gold. So, you know, I've heard enough good things about it. I'm definitely going to try it. So that's all we're going to do. And from what I learned from Alan this morning, I need to come back about every 20 minutes and keep adding this to it until it's time to foil the ribs. Making good ribs is all about building the flavors, layering the flavors. Okay, while I had that open, I also restoked the fire with some more of this apple wood chips there to increase more smoke. And another thing I forgot to mention about the Parquet squeezable margarine is that it also helps capture a lot of the smoke and drive it into the meat as well. That's another benefit of it. Okay, I just poured some apple juice over in this foil, and right now I'm adding some of this pepper jelly. This is a Laura Joe's red pepper jelly. I bought this at a specialty shop over here in Biloxi, and it's really good stuff. You can use any kind of pepper jelly. I know Troy over there at Space Cowboy, he has some type of Texas candy, I think, or rib candy they call it. That looks really good. Anyway, you just want to spread just about on the bottom here. Let's go in a little bit more. This is going to add some sweet and hot to this. Dadgum flies, get out of here. Go. They're loving this stuff. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the ribs on here. Get this thing wrapped up. What we're going to do, we're going to go meat side down. Just like that. Alright, I'm going to take some more foil and make a nice tight wrap on this. The apple juice in here is going to create a steam which will accelerate the cooking process of this and ensure that you end up with some really good tender ribs. We want them tender, but we don't want them falling off the bone, so this is kind of a trick as to know just how long to leave them. I used to do a 3-2-1, and I have found out that it overcooks them. Depending on the size of your ribs, you know. What I do nowadays is more of a 2 to 2.5 hour uncovered. I'll go probably an hour to hour and a half covered, and then I'll go uncovered again for probably anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, and they're usually really tender at that point. Okay, so let's go back on the grill with this. Alright, something else I'm going to do, go ahead and add some more charcoal in this basket here. It's starting to get a little low. Alright, there's no reason to add any more smoke at this point. All you really want to do is put a good 2 to 2.5 hour smoke on really any kind of meat you smoke. Anything more than that, then you're going to end up with a lot of bitter, over smoked food. That's my opinion anyway. Alright, I just added some pecan wood to the coals here. We're going to add the chicken wings now. Pecan should go really good with these. Alright, I just took these out of the fridge. These are the wings that we did last night in that Hoover sauce. Just going to dump it out in this pan. That's the simplest way I know to do it. From here, we're just going to spread them out. We're going to smoke these at around 250 for roughly 2 hours. Give or take a little bit. We'll check on them here momentarily. Alright, let's see. This is all I need right here. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to push these back off that direct heat. That ought to be fine right there. Alright, we've been going about an hour and a half. These wings still have some more cooking to do here, but it's time to unwrap these ribs. What we're going to do is take some of this Kirbbq, the sauce, he calls it. The sauce. Tell you what, man, Kirby, this is incredible smelling. Oh yeah, it's got a tang to it. I can tell already. I haven't tasted it. I can just smell it in it. This is going to be awesome, man. This is like North Carolina style. I can tell that already. One of my favorites. Alright, we're going to put a good liberal coat of this on here. Man, this is going to be fine. A little bit more. Alright. We're going to put the lid back on this. We're going to let these puppies keep going. Is that a beautiful rack of ribs or what? These things look amazing. Alright. I'm going to cut into these and see what we got here. Oh yeah, that tender ain't the word. Almost falling off the bone, which I don't want. I want them right there at that point. Let's see if I can stand these up and do a little bit better job. Let them follow the bone. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh man, look at that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these cut up. That is just perfect. That's what I'm talking about right there. You don't want it falling off the bone, you want it firm, but yet the knife just went right through it. And believe me, that is not a very sharp knife. That is awesome. I just took a little tidbit there, man. That's good. What we're going to do now is we're going to drop them in this hot oil for 1 minute just to crisp up the skin. Smoking chicken wings or grilling chicken wings, the skin is always rubbery and chewy and fatty, and this is how you prevent that from happening. We're going to let those go for 1 minute. Alright, our 1 minute is up. There's the wings. I'll let them drain off. Then I'm going to keep them on warm while the rest of the meal's getting ready. Sitting here chewing on one of these ribs, man. You talk about good. Oh my goodness. Eddie, you wanted my honest opinion? Buddy, you got it going on with this rub and the sauce. These are some of the best ribs I've had in a long time. This is like championship barbecue right here, buddy. This is prima. This is really good. Also been eating on this Hoover wing here, man. You talk about also awesome. I'll be ordering some of this real soon. Oh man, I'm in heaven, I promise you. This right here is nothing more but ketchup with some powdered mustard. I took 1 cup of ketchup and some powdered mustard mixed in, And that was on the literature that Joe gave me about the Hoover sauce. Hoover sauce rocks. This right here is some queso blanca dip with French fries, homemade French fries. I'll be posting a video on how to make these a little later this week. They rock. Thumbs up on all of it. Can I do my own thumbs up? Well, I just did. One last thing. I'm enjoying this with the 25th anniversary bottle of vanilla double dog. This is made by Beta Beer, and this was extremely hard to find. There was only one store, thanks for an app, a Beta app that I put on my iPhone. I found one store that had 3 of these left, and I took all 3 of them. So whoever is looking for them around here, you're out of luck, buddy. And this stuff is amazing. They did themselves proud with that one. Root Boy Slim, you would love this stuff. Okay, I'm going to put a lot of stuff in the description box. I'm going to put a link to Kirby. I'm going to put a link to Have to Fish over there at Southern Coastal Cooking. And like I said, this video here will be posted later on this week. And until next time, smoke your ribs.